really excited today to bring you a great little outfit. It's going to be a tank dress with a little shrug. So I got this idea shopping, obviously, as you know me, that's kind of what I do. And I'm going to show you a picture, although I know it's not a great picture, but it's what I took with my cell phone. You'll see it, but just a little shrug. It's like just a little cutaway. So my whole thought process is, the first thing I'm going to do is make a little tank dress. This fabric that I'm using it's 100% cotton. It's a cotton knit. It's got great body. It's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful fabric. The designer is Rebecca Minkoff. I got it out of New York. It's absolutely just really beautiful fabric. So while I can use the shrug by itself with numerous other things, I wanted to make a tank dress to match, because one of the outfits I saw, the shrug had been decorated. By decorated, what I'm going to do is, we've got these new black crystals and they're so beautiful. So I'm going to put the crystals all over the shrug, and it almost looks like it's a coordinating fabric. It's not, it's the same, but it's just really a pretty effect. So I'm going for several things kind of all together. So first, let me say that I cut 2 yards of fabric. I'm using a knit. Stretch is going around my body. It's a one-way stretch. The tank dress, what I'm doing is I'm using the tank dress, well, it's the tank top. I'm using the tank dress because I just want a clean little dress. I just want it clean and simple. You could use several other bases. It wouldn't make a difference, but I wanted the neckline to be lower on the dress than I did on the shrug. Things like that I kind of thought through. So again, there's no right and wrong. This has just got a simple dart. I'm going to curve in the sides, straighten the bottom, so that it's just really simple to do. The neckline on this, everything, when I hem it, I'm turning to the outside. So I want it to look like a little ribbing is the reason I'm going to the outside. It won't fray. It's a knit, so I'm not going to serge the edges. I'm just going to leave them raw, turn them to the outside. It's still 3/8, but instead of turning to the inside, I'm just going to turn to the outside. So that's the dress. Add length. When I add length, I'm adding 16 inches to the bottom. And when I do that, I'm putting the dress, I folded both of these to the center, so I'd have 2 folds. So 1 yard is kind of going to the dress, 1 yard is kind of going to the shrug, is how I decided I needed 2 yards. So I'm going to put this on. I put the center front and center back at the fold, but because I want a little more width at the hip line, I'm leaving the front here at fold and I'm pulling it out just a little bit here. My hips are under 40, so I'm giving myself 11 inches on each piece. That's actually 44. So you can see I'm going to have enough ease. If I decide I don't want that much, I can always take it away. But to begin with, I'm going to give myself 16 inches in length. Which is right here. And then I can put it down at 11 and cut up this way. And then blend it right back into the top, somewhere around the waist. And then you just continue to cut the dart. Neckline, I'm not changing that. I want it exactly as it is. And of course, it's already got my sleeveless armhole on there. So I'm good for that also. All right, that's the first part of my tank dress. Easy, 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 easy. And I'm going to do the same to the back. Okay, now let's look at this little shrug. What I did with the shrug is I took the pattern. I'm using the sweater set. And again, your option. You could use any base. The base doesn't really make a difference. I'm using it because the neckline I want to be high. I do want a dart. The shrug is gonna overlap. It's asymmetric, and then it curves around, and I'm gonna bring it right under the dart is what I'm gonna do. So you can see that's what I've done. I started with my sweater set. You can see that whole base is the sweater set. I lowered the neckline. I went ahead and did it asymmetric, just a couple inches, 2 or 3 inches. You don't want any more than that. And then decide on the length, and I made it just below the dart. I want the shrug to go just below the dart, and then this is just a design line. So you can use your French curve. I put my French curve at 18. The most important thing when you're doing a design line like this is where it crosses center front. Like I don't want it crossing at the bust. I want it crossing, you know, somewhere like down in here. So I drew center front all the way down, and that's the point I want it crossing at. You can see my bust is going to be up here. So the cross is going to be somewhere down in here. So it'll overlap here and then come open and come open somewhere right around here. It'll leave the rest of the dress open. So very easy to do this, and then keep this pattern, because I think what you'll find, shrugs are so popular for summer. They're great to make little dresses and then just throw a shrug on, and to have different kinds and different patterns, I think you'll find really useful. Keep in mind how much you shorten the front. I'm going to shorten the back by that same amount, so they'll meet at the side seam. That's done, very easy. And then on my shrug, I'm just going to do a 3/4 sleeve. So I've turned that up the amount I need. Then to hold the shrug in place, I'm going to make 2 buttonholes at the neckline, and I'm going to use these new little screw buttons. I love these. They're so beautiful. I mean, they are just rich and beautiful. So I've got 2 of those. They're going to go right at the neckline. And then I'm going to take these, and these are get a black crystal, and put them all over the shrug. Mainly at the top, front, back, sleeve, all over until I'm going to use up the whole sheet. So if I've overdone it, you'll see that I've overdone it. All right, so the sewing is very easy. Again, I'm going to flip the seams to the outside on the neck edge, the hem, and the armhole. It's sleeveless on the tank dress. On the shrug, I'm going to do the same thing. Seams to the outside on the neckline and on the curve and at the hem, and then at the base of the sleeves. It's a little 3/4 sleeve. So that sewing is really simple. It's nothing we haven't done before. It's a regular dart, a French dart, a set-in sleeve, but it's all done, very simple to do. So this is a really easy project and won't take you a lot of time. And I'm not even going to show you the sewing portion of it. The sewing portion is so quick and easy. I'm going to go do the sewing portion without you. You're going to stay with me while we cut it out, and then you'll see the finished garment. And that's simply so we can save some time here. Because again, the sewing is nothing I haven't done before. You've seen it many, many times, and we're going to get this done. I've actually got a luncheon this afternoon that I've got to go to, and I'm going to wear this to the luncheon. So the good news is you can make it in the morning and wear it that afternoon, and you know, it's perfect for the luncheon. It's just perfect. It's a business meeting. You know, I didn't want to be I wanted a little jacket or something, but not too dressy. And then of course, if it gets too warm, I can take the little shrug off. All right, let's get it cut out. All right, now comes the fun part. I always love it when I take a little pile like this and I come back and get to wear it. It's just too much fun. So I'll be right back and I'll show you the finished result. Bippity boppity boo, it's all done. But you all know bippity boppity boo only works as fast as you sew. So I really like it. I don't know, it's dark on dark, so I don't know if you can see the shrug. I just love it, the little crystals, the little button screws, all the little parts. Just love it. It's knit, so it's comfortable. It's a pajama outfit. I feel like I have my pajamas on. but hopefully it looks a little bit better than my pajamas. So happy sewing from Silhouette Patterns.